Haley out here from the American Digital Network studio. Hope everyone is having a great start to their week. Let's look back at a few of the league's top performances from this past weekend. The league's Offensive Player of the Week put on a show in primetime Thursday night action against UConn. Houston quarterback Greg Ward Jr. accounted for 454 yards of total offense and 5 touchdowns as the Cougars moved to 2-0 in American Conference play with a 42-14 win against the Huskies. Ward completed 32 of 38 passes for a career-high 389 yards and 3 touchdowns and added 2 more TDs on the ground. Ward improved to 23-2 all-time as Houston's starting quarterback and won his 18th consecutive start, the longest active streak in the nation. Temple's Haason Reddick picked up this week's defensive honors. Reddick led an out defense that held SMU to 89 rushing yards and 288 total yards in its 45-20 win. He had 4 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, including one that was returned for a touchdown, and a fumble recovery against the Mustangs. Reddick leads the American with 7 tackles for loss in 2016. Special Teams Player of the Week accolades went to UCF's Adrian Killens. The freshman running back made a game-changing play on special teams as he answered East Carolina's first quarter touchdown with a 100-yard kickoff return for a touchdown that tied the game. Killens finished with 113 all-purpose yards and became the 4th player in conference history with a 100-yard kickoff return. Now let's take a look at several other notable performances that were named to this week's conference honor roll. USF running back Marlon Mack rushed for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Bulls' 45-20 win at Cincinnati. Mack became USF's career rushing leader with 2,755 yards. Teammate Johnny Ward also had an outstanding performance in the Bulls conference opener. The senior defensive back had 4 tackles, a tackle for loss, and an interception return for a touchdown. UCF's Mark Rucker led a UCF defense that held East Carolina to 48 rushing yards in the night's 47-29 road win. Rucker had a game-high 10 tackles to go with a sack, 3 tackles for loss, and a safety. Temple's Raquel Armstead rushed for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 45-20 win against SMU. And Tulane's Taryn Onkelad had 7 receptions for a career-high 125 yards and a touchdown in the Green Wave's 31-24 win at Massachusetts. All of this week's action gets underway in Thursday night primetime on ESPN as Memphis hosts Temple. Then 2 games are on the slate Friday night as Tulane hits the road to UCF and SMU heads to Tulsa. Then Saturday afternoon is highlighted by 3 conference matchups as UConn hosts Cincinnati, Navy takes on Houston in Annapolis, and East Carolina takes on USF in Tampa. Congratulations to all of this week's honorees.